Привет, друзья! Только что состоялась у меня очень интересная видеоконференция с нашим другом из Вашингтона, из Америки, с JK. Мы обсудили много интересных вопросов, обсудили и победу Иманбека на премии Грэмми, и то, когда Димаш уже сможет получить свою тоже премию. И я хочу сказать, что это видео будет на английском языке, но мы подготовим для вас субтитры, которые вы можете включить в настройках к этому видео. И мы постараемся сделать тоже нашу беседу с переводом на русский язык, с дубляжом, и оно появится на канале Алга Петербург немного позже. Если оно уже появилось, то в описании к этому видео вы увидите ссылку на русскую версию нашей беседы. Приятного просмотра!
My first time, I'm just learning this. Udersha, there's Magli, Muyustali, Yemochin Truna, Yasafsimati, Chipaimi, Bizlubi, Nichegonye Lujna, Nemo. Oh, well, they're good enough.
I like your accent.
All right.
Sounds very cool.
Welcome to the Good Info Cafe. The world, right?
Yeah.
But then Dimash is a patriot for his country. He loves his country, so we all can love our countries. Here's with boundaries. One of these times I'm going to juggle. I'll show you. I told you I got 1,001.
1,001. This is very high score. Extremely high score. You could be a professional player in Russia in every team.
When I come there, we're playing indoor.
Oh yeah, let's do it for sure. And I know that indoor soccer is very popular in Kazakhstan.
Oh really? In Kazakhstan? Yeah. Okay.
They're very good in futsal.
And futsal, okay. Well, first I guess we'll play against Dimash, and then Dimash will be on our team.
Oh yeah, sure. We will make a change. We will change Sasha for Dimash.
Okay, yeah.
Sasha, he's very poor goalkeeper, so he will miss all goals. And Dimash, he is very good striker, so we will take Dimash to our team and give Sasha to opponent's team.
And you and Dimash will be the forwards, and I will feed you.
Oh yeah, sure. I will just stay at the back post, at the near with what's the name? Goal, right?
6-yard box and the penalty box.
Yeah. So I will stand right there, and you can cross, and I will try to.
I'll put it right there. Right there.
I will just stay and not moving.
But you also might have to jump like Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh.
You have to jump as high as him.
Can I just stay or just I don't know, just close my eyes and run? Can you
Yes.
Can you do it?
Did you ever see Ronaldo do the header when the lights were out? Did you ever see that?
Yes, I saw it.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So we are talking about somebody like him. That's Dimash level. Dimash, Cristiano Ronaldo. That's the master of their craft.
Yeah.
And they're similar that way. All right. So Kazakhstan to United States and Imanbek. That's exciting. I wrote down some notes here. I have my notes, of course. So I was saying welcome to my studio. So there's the Beatles up there. Can you see a little bit of the Beatles?
Should we say to our viewers that they can subscribe to your channel, and we will put a link in the description?
Yes. So I'm now interested because I know what I can deliver, which will be teaching music and sports. So you want teaching music and sports, come to my channel. So anyway, it's so exciting. So what I was going to say, so some congratulations to Imanbek.
Can we say like Imanbek, he came to United States and is it American kind of music? And Imanbek came to American music market and without education, without anything, and just got a first place.
And that's what one of the things I'm going to talk about. I'm going to make a connection that you're not going to hear anywhere else. So this is exclusive to Alga Petersburg. I'm going to make a connection from 100 years ago, Imanbek, a famous American country music singer was also a railroad worker, worked on trains, just like Imam Beck. Right, so Imam Beck is still, maybe not anymore, but he was working on trains, right?
Yes, yes, and now he retired. I think so. He said something like, "I'm going to be a professional in music."
Well, that's the same with this person, which I'll tell you about. He worked on the railroad. He was a railroad worker 100 years ago, and he also quit to do music because of electronics. He is known. See, did you see the train in the background?
Yeah.
He was called the singing brakeman, like breaking the train, stopping the train, brakes. He's known as the father of country music, Jimmy Rogers. And he did yodel, 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 yodel. He yodeled. And he did blues music. And on the railroad, he learned the rhythms of the African American workers, the African Americans who worked on the railroad. And he incorporated those rhythms and honored their rhythms. So because of electronics, Jimmy Rogers became famous. Before him, it was sheet music because they didn't have records and recordings. He was on the first one in 1927, and they put out a record of his songs, and he became famous. So he could quit the railroad, just like Imam Beck. It's very similar, all because of electronics. Now they started selling recordings and had those record players, and then people could buy these, and they bought all his records, and he made millions. So he quit, just like Imam Beck. So look at that train. He was known the singing brakeman, and he was a railroad worker. So anyway, I just thought of that, and you're not going to hear that anywhere else.
You know, he even didn't post it on YouTube. He just uploaded it to like something like Facebook, but Russian kind of Facebook, and then someone uploaded it, and for now the song has around 1 billion views on the YouTube. I mean, on different channels, but it's something like around 1 billion.
We need more Imam Becks and more real, nice people, because Dimash is a nice guy, humble guy. Imam Beck is a nice guy, humble guy. He thanked his mom and dad. Just a nice kid. He's 20. He's my twin daughter's age. And we need more of them. So what I want to say about the Grammys as an American, now there were some good parts. I wrote down what I thought were good about the Grammys. But my whole big point of this is we need Dimash, Imam Beck, world stars, but Dimash to lead us out of the plague. Lead us out of the plague. Like Imam Beck released it right at the beginning of the plague, and it helped people. I think that's one reason why I got so many views. People enjoyed watching it. Now, I'm not so sure about those lyrics, but that's another story. They use the F word and whatever. It could be effective. I haven't analyzed it too much. But we need Dimash to lead us out of the plague because we're not out yet. And I'm saying, I'm asking, and some of us dears are asking, Dimash, lead us and save the Grammys and help us. So some good things were a woman named Her. She's called Her. She won an award. I think she did. Yeah. And she's good. Billie Eilish, I think, can be good. Lots of women winners, and that's very cool. A lot of women won last night. Those are the good things. But in general, very sparkly and shiny, all on the surface, but not a lot of depth, not a lot of feel. It was pretty stale, boring in a lot of ways, too often. I thought Taylor Swift did all right. I also was at Taylor Swift's video, You Belong With Me. It was at the high school I was teaching at. Taylor Swift's brother, Austin, went to the high school I was teaching at. She came to visit her brother who was playing lacrosse next to my soccer football team. I was coaching. So I'm talking to my football players like this, and then all of a sudden they're not listening to me, and they're all looking over here. And I'm like, what's going on? And I turned around, and it was Taylor Swift walking by. So I thought Taylor Swift, certainly the set, all the set was beautiful and striking, and her song was wow, visually. But the guitar, you couldn't even hear the guitars. And anyway, the Grammy needs to be rescued by Dimash. So I know Dimash really wants to win a Grammy, and I really want him to rescue the Grammys, give us something real, authentic, from the heart, from the bones, from the soul. And there wasn't enough of that. I say, my opinion. JK, InfoWars JK says it was too much shiny, sparkly, all that, and not a lot of depth. There was some depth, but not enough.
Can we say that Grammy is the biggest and the most important award in the world?
I'm so glad you asked that question. There's two things. Now with YouTube and social media and the internet, artists are able to build without the Grammys. So that's new. You know, Dimash became well known through YouTube and social media. And then now he's going for the more establishment way, which is the Grammys and American Western entertainment. What did he said? The epicenter of world show business, America. So those are the two things, right? So people, artists, bands now tour, they have fans, they have their email lists, and they make a living without the Grammys.
Mm.
But Dimash already did that, right? He already has done this one. Now he's going for this one, and he's ambitious. He should. It's exciting. We're excited. So Iman Beck winning a Grammy, it's what did I say? It's something to build on. It's great for a career, but there are some who win a Grammy and then you never hear of them again. So Iman Beck, now his challenge as a 20-year-old is to build on it, and if he builds on it, it's huge. So the Grammys is still huge that way, but it doesn't have as much of the power as it used to because people can go to other places because they want to be independent. And it needs to be a balance between business and art, no question. And I think Dimash knows that, his team knows that, his dad knows that. So they're really smart.
Can you imagine next Grammy with John Travolta speaking in Chinese, representing Dimash with his brilliant Daddy Down?
He speaks Chinese, John Travolta?
This is my idea. He will present Dimash in Chinese. He will start in Chinese, and then Dimash will sing Daddy Down in Kazakh language.
Okay. Dimash, we want him to keep his artistic integrity and share Kazakh culture, and so we can be confident that he will, because he's such a strong person. He's humble, but he's strong. I can see his will. Dimash, I see your will. I see your very strong will, and it's exciting because he wants to do good for the world like Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson didn't do those bad things. Did not. But anyway, he's got a heart like Michael Jackson trying to help the world, but Michael Jackson, the world just beat him up. Anyway, yeah, that would be exciting. It really is because of the internet. It's a world culture now, and that is what's going to happen. And we need Iman Beck and other world talents. I won't even say stars, world talented musicians from the heart to rescue the American Grammys, to rescue music, because I say it's about 10% is real and honest and authentic, and a lot of it is just terrible. So Dimash, rescue Iman Beck, thank you, congratulations, build on this, it's important for your career. He should stay in Kazakhstan for a while, let people come to him, right? And then when he gets secure enough, then he can go. Dimash is secure enough to come to America. Iman Beck needs it. But anyway, I'm sure Dimash will help him out. And he helped Daniela, I forget how to say her name, from Kazakhstan, the young girl singer.
Danele.
Daniela, yeah. And Dimash helped her, stepped aside for her and the other kid. So yeah, it would be super exciting. I don't know about John Travolta speaking Chinese. I also lived in Santa Barbara where he lived, and I saw him at restaurants. He has a big head. Or that's what I thought when I saw him at the restaurant. I was like, wow, that's a big head. Anyway, so yeah, Iman Beck, congratulations. And come to my YouTube channel. I'm ready. I hadn't been promoting, right? I haven't been saying come to my channel because I didn't think I was ready. Now I'm ready. Dear Alga Petersburg and Dears, come to my channel for teaching music and sports. Not sure how I'll do the sports part, but
and one more idea that I got. I'm thinking about change my name from Vanya to Vanya Beck.
Iman Beck, Vanya Beck, J.K. Beck. I'm with you.
How do you think? Can we see young Americans or parents, and they will name their children with Iman Beck or Dimash in the United States?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I have to go off to work and drive. Come to my channel, but Alga Petersburg, Alga Iman Beck, Alga Dimash.